English में बोलना आसान है मेरे को, so I'll feel free to speak in English if you don't mind. I can speak Hindi but I'll struggle.
First of all, जैसा बोल सकता है. If you will mind, I don't mind.
Thank you.
That is your problem.
Thank you. I'm very privileged to be in front of the learned scholars. I was here a brief while and I was with a few other engagements, including my morning walk this morning, waiting for the driver. So this is the earliest I could come. I promised Madhav that I'll be here by 9, but it didn't happen. I apologize. Before I get into my session, I would like to request everyone to stay silent for 30 minutes, I'm sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and think of whoever did something good to you. It could be Bhagwan, if you believe in theology. It could be any materialistic thing that happened to you that a human or even Januar caused you that made you extremely happy. You know, I want you to think of, I might come back and ask somebody's experience, so do it for real. Think of somebody or someone, it could be older, Guruji, it could be your son, it could be your brother, it could be learned scholars that we are finding here. Please, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Think and please thank them for giving you that happiness in your life. I'm going to start it right now. 30 seconds. Thank you. I thought of my grandmother, I thought of my father. My grandmother gave me my name, Ravindra Prasad. I used to have my dad's name and my mom's dad's name, Raghu, Seshu, and unfortunately I had to deal with caste system, it's called Chaudhary. So my grandmother, she being such an outspoken person, I want you to go somewhere beyond this village that we are in. I want you to look up to Sir Rajendra Prasad ji, and she said basically that I want you to be a president too. So I'm going to name after Rajendra Prasad ji. He's being our first president, and I want you to be different. I'll put your name, Ravindra Prasad. I'm very undoubtedly thankful to her. Like the same, I'm glad you thought about somebody thanking. When I came here to talk about, I wanted to give my philosophy, so that way I may be slightly different from the learned scholars that gave philosophy yesterday, even maybe probably today. I humbly think that if I said something wrong, I may be learning still, so please pardon me. But I'm going to give few principles that I use in my real life. Number one, about success. If you attempt, you're successful. If you don't attempt, you're lazy. If you attempt and fail, that gives you a good reason not to do the same mistake. So that's a great success in my opinion. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I do this. Yesterday, Srinivas ji was saying, we need to use our right to information, right? So I'm doing this. Government, do it. And if I'm really strong, I'm doing this. What is this doing? One finger looking at the government, three is looking at me. One is looking at the Almighty, right? So what this is saying is, before you blame somebody, make sure you do your part, okay? I truly believe in it, okay? My next thing that I truly believe in is this. Everybody is self, right? My self-ego, my self-prestige. You know, somebody was saying there is no platform. Actually, there are too many platforms. NRIs, locals, whoever has little money, they want to show, you know, this is what it is, you know. I'll start another organization. I don't want to work as an association together with the rest of the associations. So that's not the way to do it. It's always self. Now, I'm doing this very strongly, me. One finger is looking at me, three are looking away. one is looking at the Almighty, no matter what you believe in. Okay? So I truly believe in doing that. Before I want this is mine, this is this, it may belong to somebody else, So I consciously think of that a lot of times. Other thing is, if you expect something, you're in disappointment. Okay? So I expect Madhav to say good things. Say he said good things, you're happy. Say he said something bad, you're unhappy. It's all happening right here, happiness. So it's not Madhav. Madhav's input is same, no matter how you take it. Okay? It's up here. So if you don't expect, you achieve a lot more. My personal experience. Other thing is not only just expect. Say you got a job or you're doing something. Now all of a sudden, you have to have some kind of parameters to see how good you did. So my philosophy, I own several companies, I've been doing a lot of things. I'll get into in a second. But have parameters or targets. And also inspect. If you don't inspect, what you expect never gets done, even though you provided all resources you want. These are the things I use in my companies, So having said that, I'm going to come into my background and what we are doing right now. Then eventually what we as together can do is what I'm going to try to impart on you if I could, if you give me a chance, So in terms of me, my mother is India. My Mausi, you beautifully said, Mausi Ma is USA. India, my mother, taught me how to face the adversities. I didn't come from a rich family or richness on anything. I came from a very hard-working family. I've seen drought where we didn't have food. We had to eat grass seeds, in Ragalu, Motherji knows, and you all probably know. We ate that and survived, So that taught us a lot of adversities, what you're going to face in life. My Mausi Ma taught me how to be efficient at facing the adversities. I'm very thankful to my mother and my Mausi Ma, okay? I worked very hard in the USA. I think of my mother and I have tears in my eyes, so just to let you know. But anyway, in USA I worked very hard, So everybody works there hard because there is a lot of opportunity. There is a lot of systems in place, so that way it's a matter of how far you want to go. Indians do extremely well because of two reasons. One is they work harder. Even we have communities, beautiful communities like Gujarati community, Punjabi community, they're extremely successful. They work so hard. Their mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, it doesn't matter who it is, they all work. Telugu people are not so successful. Once they get a little bit more success, they'll leave mother and others home. But these people are so wonderful. Same thing with Punjabis. They work so hard. You can make a Punjabi work 24 hours, they'll never get tired, okay? So they don't have time to spend money, that's how they become extremely rich. So having said that, average Indian in America is almost double than average American what they make. And we are the highest gross paid people. Let's give ourselves a big pat of applause, okay? So having said that, the environment gives us the best out of what we are. That's where my Mausi Ma comes in and gives me that pleasure. Okay, that's why a lot of people go abroad to find Mausi Mas. But our Ma can be more efficient with all our efforts. So having said that, basically, when I was working really hard, when I turned 55, I wanted to retire. So retirement in my thing is, until I retire, I take care of my family. After I retire, I do the society. So I still work very hard, but I do whatever minimum I need to do for myself, and I do to the society. So that's where I am right now. And I still enjoy life. I take 1 month of vacations all over the world with my wife and family. And I come to India every 6 months, and I spend first month, like right now, it's the beginning of the school year, and I come back end of the school year, which is February month, then I see how we did, What I'm saying there is I have 2 sisters and a brother. 2 sisters are PhDs, and one works as a professor at University of Texas. Other sister works as a toxicologist. She also semi-retired. My brother still works he's an MD PhD from Osmania University. He is a cancer surgeon. I have 3 master degrees, and I had a construction company, still continues, and I worked 9 months in that company still, So this is my background. So having all 4 come from this little village where we had our Aksharabhyasa, I think I need to wake up everyone. Maybe I'm a little bit boring. I see a lot of sleepy faces in the audience. Okay, thank you. So, thank you. So going back to what's happening is, all of us, we had Aksharabhyasa in our village. Then we wanted to do something back. Like Madhav-ji told before, we want to do, but there is no platform out there. Even if there is a platform, there is no scalability or easy adaptability. So I tried to get involved, created an institution called DNF, District NRI Foundation. There were so many politics, and eventually I ended up retracting myself. My family has been supporting our village and our school for the last 18 years. And we succeeded right now being the number 1 among the 19 high schools that are both private and public, or government schools. And also 2 years ago when I took the semi-retirement, when I semi-retired, basically we took the whole mandal, we were doing mandal programs. We normally, our 2 rules that we work with as a family, number 1 rule is we work only with public agencies, government, okay? We don't go try to establish a new institution or new thing. We try our level best to work with our great governments that we have. There are a lot of programs, we just need to make it work. Number 2, if you want something from us, prepare to give, okay? So you have to match with whatever you are coming up with. Say you want school benches, we'll be glad to give you school benches. You, as a village, collect enough money to pay half. Then we come back and pay it. So in that, it's not that we can't afford. There are plenty of people, like Madhav said, willing to give money. But once you give somebody something, what's the value that they have? Is it the same as they earned it? No. Nobody values if it's somebody else's money. You think you're lucky for that day if you get it. You're very unusual if you're not, So given that, we made it a principle. You can ask for any request, no personal request, but you can ask for any request for the village or the school or any program that you want to do. Then you have to come up with the money so that way we equally contribute. And we provide you all the mechanisms. We are so privileged to work with great organizations that I come to know that you all are right now. And at the same time, Vande Mataram Foundation I've been working with last 2 years. They give us a lot of facility. They teach our teachers how to teach math, English. They instill confidence in our students, how to be more confident, outspoken, and whatnot. Very simple thing, just like how Madhav spoke here. You don't need to be extra, very heavy, research-oriented or school-oriented. Simple things. Just make them go do the playing of drums. It's very simple. People are scared to doing it. Go dance, or go say something. That's better than, like I said, my first principle, if you don't attempt, you fail, right? So that's where we started. Right now, we have 5 programs with what my family does. And my dad was like Madhav's father, very selfless man. He gave all his life and energy to grow his 4 children equally, girls and boys. He always treated, even though we were branded of certain caste, he always looked up to everybody. You know, my grandma, where I got the inspiration, she would have the person come stitch the slippers for us. You call it, you know, scheduled caste or whatever. In olden days, they used to be untouchable. But she will address the person that's coming to make the slippers. Tata, your grandpa is coming, make sure you pay respect to him before he stitches your slippers. That's the ideology that my family grew up with. So having him such a good philosophy, we thought we all can look up to these, my grandma and my father, who never made us feel any different if it's girl or boy. I'll tell you, if a country or a policy doesn't respect women, I give a damn. I don't even care to think of that as a country. You know, until women are given full respect, there is no value to humans. You know, Christianity, Muslims, whichever, it doesn't matter, whichever religion that doesn't give, but things are changing. Change is inevitable, you know. So we have a rich heritage. Indian philosophy survived so many years for a reason, because the cardinal principles are very simple, they're easily practicable, but times are changing. You need to realize, when British had guns, we didn't have guns. Guess what? They first of all didn't even need to use guns. They divided and ruled us. Okay, and at the same time, anybody that doesn't conquer, like Kalluri Sita Ramaraj from certain part of the tribal place of Andhra Pradesh, he was gunned down. Simple reason is they had guns and we didn't. You know, you're gonna lose. Now, what's the new generation that we are facing with? It is the drone era. Can you think of how powerful a drone is? Because I deal with it. My background was, I said I'm a construction guy. I run a construction company in USA. I do construction for Navy, Army, Air Force. They are the most premier things out in USA. That's the one I get respected and I'm wanted to do my services with. So a drone is very powerful. They can say, I want to kill today, Ravi, today in this auditorium. It will find you, it will come, it will shoot you and go. Can you imagine how powerful that is? It's, you know, it shakes my whole skin, you know. It's just unbelievably scary. Can you think of that thought? You never know who is going to kill you, okay? That's what we need to prepare our country for. And my brother-in-law here has huge defense industry. I know we are very well prepared. You guys don't need to be scared. We're doing a lot of things, but we need to do more. We need to get rid of the dang corruption and have projects performed for a lot more efficiency. You remember, my mousy mom made me efficient, okay? Hard work, everything same here and there. What I need to do here, it's so hard to do. With a phone call, like right now, this year, so far, I finished $100 million and 100 crores of work. That means, even today while I'm speaking here, there are guys out there working with me. You know, every month I'm doing roughly what? In 7 months I finished 100 crores, is roughly 15 crores. Every month I'm doing. That means, imagine how much things are moving right now as we speak. But still, I take my 2 months off, I take 1 month vacation, I work only 9 months. Because the rest of the times, I have 2 tools right there. One for India, other for America. That's how you do things. We need to make things efficient. So going back to how we are doing, I don't want to go through a whole lot of philosophy. We took initially village as a unit. Then we wanted to make that best possible way. Here, egos are too many. Opinions are too many, you know. It's just very difficult to do a small thing. That's where we need to really target. How to make people accept new things. What Gandhiji said, if you want to change something, be the change that you yourself are, right? That we truly need to practice. I'll tell you a little instance where Abdul Kalam ji went to Cape Canaveral in Florida, learning on space technologies and things like that. At that time, he took a batch of Indian scientists and he was working a bunch of Indian scientists over there. And what he observably noticed, this I read it in his Wings of Fire, he noticed that Indian scientists exuberate their confidence so much to the point that they don't need to learn anymore. They know it all. Whereas, when you go to the American scientists, this is not my statement, this is Abdul Kalam ji. If you guys read the Wings of Fire, you'll see it. Those scientists are so eminent, but they work and act so humble, okay? So that makes them learn more. You see a lot of creativity in USA. If you go look at any modern gadget or anything, you see the inventor most of the time in USA. Things are changing now because the rest of the world has benefited from whatever they're doing, but creativity is done elsewhere. But what you notice there is them being humble, given the opportunity that they can excel. You know, every time I do a project, first meeting we have is, how can we do this better next time? They never will talk, oh my God, we are tired, we did all this, we don't need to do more. You know, it's always like, what can we do to make this same thing next time better? You go back to USA, go every year, you see the same product look more efficient, more different every year. Okay? And I'm very, very thankful that I have such a good both here and there, you know, backgrounds. So going back to our projects, we are right now took village for the last 18 years. We were quite successful, things were happening. Now, for the last 2 years when I got involved, the whole mandal, we wanted to take it as a whole unit and start doing things. So we started supporting schools initially. Now, next week, actually this week starting today, I'm going to open a training center for construction because that's my passion. We thought that's the beginning. But there are a lot of other areas where we can take training, you know, like healthcare and a bunch of others. But we wanted to use an institute. Again, remember, we work only with government agencies. So we're working with NAC, National Academy of Construction. Fortunately, it's based here. So they're going to have a center in our mandal that our family and friends supported. So we're a sponsor. We provided them a building right now. So we're going to start implementing the program starting this week, you know. And another project we are interested in taking is trying to do something for the farmers. All my family and mother's family, all of us, most of us in you have come from agriculture. We have to do a lot. A lot of times my heart breaks when I see a farmer, even with the drastic rain that we had other day. You know, we had the crop ready to be harvested, and next thing we had is a huge rain. That hurts my heart. So in order to take care of their pains, means the problems that they have, and provide what gains we can provide, you know, we thought, you know, let them do what they're good at, doing agriculture. Provide them better tools, you know, in terms of, you know, Sanjay Patelji was saying the other day that we should encourage them to do more natural farming and organic farming. I agree, but there is a huge amount of more and more food requirement. Just by natural farming alone doesn't happen. I live in one of my offices is located in a small town called Salinas. They provide for the whole world all the greens that are needed. You know, it's a small village, you know, I mean, it's not huge. At the same time, I live close to another office is in a place called Indio in California. They are the date capital of the world. If you go there, you don't see many of the dates. They do so efficiently doing things because they take care of. One of the Sardarjis, he does okra farming, you know, the bhindi. So he's the world number one bhindi marketer that provides uniform, nice bhindi everywhere. So again, going back to Indian farmer, what we want to do is, there is a nice cooperative that we've been studying for about a year now. It's working well, and we already had 2 visits so far, and I'm visiting again to do the formal tie-up and formal discussions. Just like I was telling before, we work with other NGO firms. So we basically want to tie up with their model, which has been working since 1956, okay? So they are doing something right, okay? We just want to make use of what they have, get consulting from them. So primarily what they do is, they give loans to the farmers, so that way they can do their agriculture. Loans are provided as they progress. So the loan is used for providing better seeds, better fertilizer, advise them what to do, what not to do. All those combined things they'll do to make sure the crop comes well. They also have insurance. Any government program that they have, they run it for the farmer. Then once the crop comes, they buy it for the farmer, okay? How they do it is, when they give the loan is with them, so the cash is still with them. They disperse as they spend. And at the same time, they take like 5 points out of the loan itself. That becomes capital. Over years, they grew so much capital that they have huge surplus right now. They create enough storage space, and there is no requirement that you be the member of the cooperative. Only that are, willing to work with, they can join it. So then, basically, once they take the crop, then, for example, if they take paddy, they hold it for 4 months to make it old rice. Then at that time process it to be old rice. Then sell it as rice in their brand. When they buy it, roughly they were spending right now 2,000 rupees. When they sell it for over 4,000 rupees, 1 quinta of rice. So this 1 quinta gives them a profit of about 2,000 rupees. Out of that, they probably have expenses of about maybe 500 to 600. So the remaining they give back as a dividend. And from the reserve that they have, I'll finish. The remaining money they pay it back as a dividend, and also they provide loans and things like that. So it's a very good model. We want to try it, see, and also get other inputs Patelji were mentioning. In addition to that, in the future, 2 other projects we want to take up. One is health. Health is just not human health. It is environmental health. I'm an environmental guy. That's one of the practices, one of the master degrees that I have. And the last thing we want to do is women's and children issues, empowering women. We do little projects here and there, but we want to develop the whole bundle as a unit. And as we learn, we are going forward. If anybody has any questions, I'll be open for a minute. You're good? So nobody understood anything what I said. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So can you share your mail ID or something so that they can reach out to you?
Sure. I'm pretty active. I sleep only 4 or 5 hours. So you feel free to test me. If you want to use my WhatsApp, I'm going to give it to you. It's a USA number, 001 909 821 9967. I'll repeat again. It's USA code 001 909 821 9967. My email address is Pendrathi is my last name. It's spelled as PENDURTHI@gmail.com or AOL.com, either one. Let's use AOL.com. Okay? Thank you.